Hey, let me ask you guys a question. When you think about weight, what comes to mind, right? What comes to mind? Now, most of the time, I know that we think about that physical weight, right? I'm trying to fit in my jeans. And then if you really think about it, we're at spring, and then after spring is summer and the summer body. So trying to get rid of that physical weight is something that we think about often. But we know that there's also another type of weight, right? There are other types, but another big weight is that emotional weight, right? That emotional weight that wears you down. So we have the physical where it's like, I'm trying to fit in my jeans. I'm trying to get myself ready for the summer, or I'm trying to get a little healthier. It's not just all about appearance, but I'm trying to get healthier, or I'm trying to develop more confidence because I remember how I used to look and I felt much better when I was that way. And then we also have the emotional weight where I'm sluggish, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and my mind is just racing over and over thoughts that it's been the same thoughts all week long or all month long or for the past 6 months. It's just that emotional weight that I can't get rid of. So, when we really think about it, the truth is that when you're trying to get rid of weight, a lot of times it's more than one type of weight, right? All right, so let's tap into the physical weight. Now, a lot of times when you make that decision to go on a diet, you might say, okay, I'm going on a diet. So you're restricting whatever it is that you're eating, depending on the type of diet. Or if you say, I'm going to go on a new lifestyle, I'm doing a lifestyle change, then you're trying to incorporate different types of food and healthier things in your lifestyle in order to lose that physical weight. What are some of the things that you're doing? Okay, you said I have a meal plan and I'm going to go ahead and do meal prepping, all great things. And then you said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I incorporate some physical exercise or movement as a part of this healthy lifestyle. I might even say I get a trainer, all great things too. But if you are only working on that, you might not get the results that you want. And it's not to say that you're not doing the right thing, but it just means that you're probably ignoring a huge factor in your weight loss process, something that might not be addressed. So, yes, you get up at 5 a.m. because that's how you are. And yes, you say, I'm the type of person I want to get my workout in before I go to my job. So, you're on either an exercise bike, or do you get up and go to the gym? Or is it that you decide that you're going to run in your neighborhood? There are certain things that, this is what you're doing, right? You go ahead in your meal plan. You're like, on Sundays, I chop up on my vegetable. I have all my boxes and I'm prepping my meal for the week. So you get that done. And then you are going through your day. Things might not work out the way you feel like it or want it to. And so your day you might have an off day, right? You might have an off week, or maybe just the whole month is off. And what's attributing to that or contributing to that? It's not the fact that you're not doing all the physical things right. It's just that there's something that's untapped that you have not addressed, which is huge. That takes us to the second type of weight, the one that's still there, which is the emotional weight. So the emotional weight, it's that wake me up at 3 a.m. in the morning type of weight. It's the I am ready to take time for myself and do things for me, but there's so much going on externally that even when I try to take some time for myself, if I don't address that, everything goes to everything goes south, right? So some of you might have it where in your family many years ago, you decided that you wanted to help because your family was in a position that they needed more financial support. So you were a teenager, you were probably in junior high or just started high school, and you saw that your family needed help to bring more money in so that you can have food for your brothers and sisters. And you said, you know what? I am able bodied, and so I'm going to help. So you took on a job in addition to going to school, in addition to getting all your schoolwork done. You graduated from high school and you were still working while you were doing that. You went off to college and you decided that instead of being able to stay on campus and live that college life that some of your friends did, you commuted. Right? Because you still had that full time job that you had to hold down in order to help to support your family. This is something that you decided because you knew it was important, right? Because you did not want to see your brothers and sisters not be able to get food or to not be able to do that program. And you sacrifice. Now, unfortunately, your brothers and sisters are older now, but they're used to you sacrificing for them. And you are trying to cut that umbilical cord. But each time you try, you get riddled with guilt. They throw it back at you. You're like, you should be able to support yourself now. It's time for me to do something for me. But unfortunately, you feel like you've probably spoiled your brothers and sisters, and they feel entitled to your time, and you are the person that they come to when they're in a jam, and they are always in a jam. So you do not have time for yourself. Yes, you're trying to do this physical thing. And yes, you have put your prep together. And yes, you are trying to get up to exercise. But that stress, that emotional stress, when you get that phone call, your phone rings and you look at it and it's another person that's asking you for something, that's in a jam, that's always in a jam. And some of these are just like, aren't you able to figure this out yourself? No, they want you to figure it out. Why? Because you've always figured it out for them. So, yes, you would love to be able to get rid of that physical weight, but there's all this emotional weight that's there too. Now, if this is your story, you don't have to go about it alone. There are many women out there who are living that exact same life. They do not want the rest of their years to be where they've continued to sacrifice for everyone else, but was unable to do for themselves. They want to live that healthier life, that life where they can have more energy. They can feel more in control. They can avoid that 2 p.m. slump and avoid that 9 p.m. snacking because they're appeasing this part of their mind because it's just so much stress. I thought this week was the week I was going to be able to just make it through. But yet again, there's another curveball. There are lots of women who feel that way. And these are the women that I am helping in my Elite Stress and Metabolism Program. Now, when you can come to terms and realize that there's more than one to be able to get to this goal, right? You do have that physical goal. You want to lose X amount of pounds. You do have this mental goal. I want to feel at peace. In order for you to attain those goals, you have to work at it. So you cannot just be in a program that's only pertaining to one of those two goals. Whatever you work on, that's you're gonna get the results from. If you ignore the other side, then you'll get that sabotaging your first side. So if you have found yourself starting over Monday again, here we go. You're ready that this week should be the week that you can get on the journey to achieve the peace, that mental space, and to get on where you are no longer craving, you're no longer having hormonal crashes because your stress hormones are going out of whack, then join the program. There are other women who have made this decision, right? So you don't have to go about this alone. That's the biggest thing. If you want the support, it is out there. Now, for those of you who would love to work with me, there are two ways that you can do that. If you're looking for ways to get rid of your physical weight only, then go to trulybalancedwithadwc.com. If you are ready to get rid of the physical and emotional weight, I want you to put "I'm ready" in the comments, and someone from my team will reach out to you, and we will get you in the group where you're getting accountability, you're getting support, you're getting a rich community of high achieving women. Understand, understand what you're going through, who understand that stress, who understands that being in a position where you cannot be vulnerable with anyone else. They understand that. And the support will get you towards those two goals, getting rid of that physical and that emotional weight. So if you're ready, type "I'm ready" in the comments. Someone from my team will get in contact with you. Said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm Dr. Beckford, and I'm here to help. I'll see you guys next time.